Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this Risco no Saka coming at you with some more Binding Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Hopefully we will have a, why does this say Risk of Rain on it? Like, I don't understand why it's not updating the title the way it's supposed to. That's really weird. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. That's not how you spell Afterbirth. There we go. It's also not how you spell Afterbirth. Risco. Okay, that's how you spell Afterbirth. Could we scroll down the screen here for a little bit? Why must you do this to me? There we go. Yes! Okay, it says the thing that it's supposed to say. We are on. Got only about a 3-second lag, which is nice. Unusual, honestly, but nice. And let's just get... That was a weird noise. Was that on my end? Let's just get into the thing. Wait, what file were we using? Were we using... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, Panda! Am I sure I'm on? I think I am. Are you hearing my voice? Actually, that's like a really good question. Are you hearing my voice? Let me put that in chat. Can you hear... Oh, good. I don't know, because I keep the volume on mute so I can listen to myself as little as possible. How you doing today, Panda? I hope that life is being very kind to you. Now, this is... The tier stat is good. You give it that. We've got the jar of flies, which is great. I hit a button and my PC made a weird noise just before you asked what that noise was. Perfect timing. I suppose that's what the noise was perfect timing. That's the real PT, not the demo that Konami took off of the PlayStation Network, but... Or, if you like... Oh, gosh. What is this start? Telepills. Okay. That's not the worst thing that could happen. If you are an aficionado of Return of the Living Dead, PT stands for Perfect Teeth. Doing alright today. That makes me very happy to hear. I hope that you continue to do alright. Hopefully even better than alright. I hate this room, because these flies will take forever to kill. I need you to... Okay, let's... Well, to kill a fly, you've got to use a fly. Fight flies with flies. That's how that Metallica song goes, right? Mothership Zeta broke my Fallout install. I am remarkably not shocked. That sounds about right. Fallout 3. So does that mean that were you to want to actually complete the game, you'd have to start again from scratch? Loaded it up today, and half the sounds were gone. Oh, Bethesda. Oh, Bethesda. Makes me wonder how Evil Within is going to work out, because that's, if I understand correctly, a Bethesda jam. Which I did not realize when I bought the game, actually. Which is kind of sad, because that game's been out forever. So you'd think I would have noticed previously. Oh, it's stem cells. Whoop-de-frickin-do. It's not the worst start that we've ever had, but it's pretty bad. Was playing the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas mod Tale of Two Wastes. So, was it the mod that broke the game, ultimately? Oh, crumbs. Give me another key. Thank you. Oh, okay. It's not the worst. We've absolutely had worse hauls from gold chests, so I suppose I shan't complain too much. This is just garbage. This whole run is just like, I am less than impressed. Apparently the sound files were corrupted. Huh. Huh. That's odd. I mean, I think, or maybe that's one of the more normal breaks for a Fallout game. Hard for me to say. What do we do? I think we go Guppy's Tail. Although this might prove deleterious. It might have been better off for us to not have taken anything, to be honest. Because Guppy's Tail is going to cost us keys in the end, and we don't know if we're going to have those keys to pay. Tube steaks, I hate you. Really, you're just a metaphor for my own body issues, so could you just fuck off? Also, your attack patterns are annoying. Oh, shit. Because some of the tube steaks shots can do a full point of damage, I think? Or full heart of damage would be a better way to put that. And seeing as we've only got the one, you know, it's kind of a problem. Come on, you cowards! Give me an X-Rock? Or give me death? Really, honestly, either of those would probably work. So, do you have a way to repair the issue, or like now that your file is all borked, like is it perma-borked? This seed. What did we do to deserve this seed? Surely it was something terrible. Save should be fine as long as I reinstall all the mods properly. Okay. So you're not, like, total screwed. It's maybe a little screwed. Well, it's not like we wanted that book anyways. But the Tale of Two Wastes reinstall takes 6 hours! Holy fuck! Like, ow! What? That's like a hunka burnin' mod right there. Oh, Sog! Hey, how you doing, yo? I hope life is treating you very kindly and gently in this lead up to the holiday season. A scant week until, well, a little bit over a week until we don't need to deal with 2020 ever again. I hate this room. I hate it. I started it when I went to bed last time. It was still going when I got up. This is not a good item. This is also not a good item. Please. Why are you teasing me like this, game? What did I do? Seriously, though. Okay, I'll pick it up just to have it. Everything is terrible. Those were absolute dog shit rolls. Like, they were embarrassing. As in the game should be embarrassed. Ishibucho. Ishibucho, please. Thank you. Guppy's head. 3 flies a room versus 20 fly burst. I think we're gonna stick with the 20 fly burst. Or blurst, as it were. The Gupster is a start for making up for it, and we are 1 piece away from the Gup. So it's not inconceivable that we could Gup out. We could get our Gup on. Oh, you fuck! No problem, yo. Take your time. Definitely want that. And I can't afford spider mods, so scrap the heart. Just 10 days to the second impact. Oh, crumbs, is that right? Yeah, that is within the near future. We're gonna have Tang everywhere. And a melted, Antarctica? It's been a while since I watched it, but I think it was Antarctica that melted. Maybe I should do an Evangelion binge for New Year's? That would be very old time's sake. I don't think I could have... Oh, that was not cool. I don't think I could afford the amount of snacks that we had the last time. Nor could I drink the vodka that I drank the last time, but otherwise, we could put in some substitutes. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Pee-Pee. Blar! Eyeball. Oh, Kronos! How you doing, yo? I did eventually end up picking up Engineer's alt skin. I was working on Artificer a little bit, but she's giving me a lot of trouble. And Acrid, I seem to have completely forgotten how to play well. I'm doing pretty well on the loader at the moment, shockingly enough. I think, like, Loader and Rex have been my surprise hits. Oh, you didn't give me a guppy? You were right, by the way. Engineer's alt skin is rockin'. I'm a big fan of that one. Blar. Blar. I haven't listened to it yet. I just figured that it would be the same track, but with a different name. Like, is it actually a different song? Oh, it's Hive! Oh, crumbs. Oh, crumbs, 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 crumbs. Crumbs, 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 crumbs. Shit. Come on, I don't want to lose this one. This run is doable. Damn it! It is indeed, it's quite the shitpost. I am... Whew. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, you have a bad start every now and then. It's alright. Hive, how you doing? Life treating you pretty good? Verb? Wonderful to hear. Is your, is work filling out for you a little bit? Kind of disappointed in the Pacific, though. I feel like there's some context here, because it sounds like you're just angry at the ocean. And I know that can't be right. Not yet. We're going into shutdown until 2021. No shutdown here, by the way, although there probably should be. The sister series to Band of Brothers. Oh. Okay. It is not good? Shutdown is impartial shutdown. Gotchas. It's like they gave us a crap seed for the last seed, and then they're like, oh, you didn't like that one? Well, here, how about a worse seed? How would you like that? Like, no, game, that's not really, it's not really what I need. I need a good seed. Or if I must have a bad seed, then Metallica's bad seed would be acceptable. But not this, not like this. I might as well check it out. Why, though? Why? Why? Maybe I've angered some god? Some force of primal chaos? 10 days or so till the cursed year, status pending, is over. Wonder if we get one last drawing through the pipeline before then. Well, you know, I've heard rumors that we're just gonna start 2020 New Game Plus, so, you know, there's that. And apparently they don't let us reroll our characters, which I think is really crappy. And what's the point of doing a New Game Plus if you can't do, like, new character gen? Please, just die. So you're telling me we're not going to murder the year like we do every other year? This year is cursed. Right? This year it's a plague and a pox. Okay, there you go. No! Why? Why though? Honestly, just like, why this run? Also, I really kind of wanted to get in here, so... Thank you. Good stuff? No? 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 Okay. Hey, little horn. Hey, cutie. Ah, oh, so. No, 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 no. No, I do not want to lose the steal with the devil. I don't want to miss a thing. Actually, honestly, because, like, I think if we don't get the deal with the devil, we're going to be kind of fucked. Shit, shit! Fucking fuck! You... I hate it. Last piece I did worried me a bit. I look at the rough draft, I'm thinking, damn, is this enough lines? Hold on a second, I gotta... The color version won't look very good like this. Are you talking about the bit that you did for Zog? Because I thought it looked really nice. Blah. Just it tears up. That's all I asked for. My empire for tears up? I don't have an empire, but if I did, I would trade it for like torn photograph? Maybe? Because this is going to get to be interminable. Where does this run go from here? Fuck, we might as well go in. That we might as well not have gone in. Good to know, good to know. You don't scare me, bloody eye person. I fear you not. Nor your stump-necked brethren. Stump-necked kinfolk? At least we got money. At least we could go to the shop. Maybe there'll be something good in there. This is me not expecting anything good, but, you know. Girl can dream. Basically, that's all a girl can do, but, you know, she can dream. You have returned, Panda, that we died. It was a silly and useless death, as are most. Always, anyways, you said you were having trouble with Artificer. Do you remember your loadout? Not off the top of my head. Like, mostly just... I find her, especially her early game, very slow. And it's easy to get overwhelmed. Although I was finding, like, just shooting myself way the hell up in the air, waving them around like I just don't care, but also just, like, dumping that charge electrical shot on the ground, that seemed to work really well for me. That seemed to be, getting some work done. I actually got to the armory with Artificer, but... Wait, what? A Twitch streaming the Hololive Fez got banned right now. Huh. Because it was, I was gonna say not safe for work, but what I wanted to say was, DMCA. That sounds like it was a... It's illegal because it's a paid event. Gotcha. Oh, buggery! Not fun to be hit with the DMCA, no. Are they, like... Oh, cripes. Are they banned forever? I mean, I guess, yeah, that's what banned means, right? Well, we've already screwed our deal with the devil chances, so... I hate this. Oh, I doubly hate this. This is terrible. So we might as well go to the curse room. And fuck it. Like, let's just let it all hang out. I recommend the following for Artificer. Fireball, any secondary jump skill for survival. Yeah, the jump skill was... That was a damn it. That was a key for me. And I like the fact that you can just jump, jump, jump. Because the cooldown isn't that long. You know, like, might as well get all of our bad habits out of the way before the new year. Height scales off of movement speed. Now that is an interesting fact that I did not know. As evidenced by the surprise in my voice. Yeah, I just like just getting my my bum in the air and then just raining death on everybody is fun. Yeah, every time basically I end up leaving the teleporter zone, which honestly it's fine. It's not that big a deal. I'd rather safely kill things. Mom's underwear! Yay! We're getting all the just kinda sort of crap seeds? That's not lovers. I actually need lovers. For your secondary, depends on your playstyle. Personally, putting your item preference in mind, Icicle might be good. You like stacking crowbars. Icicle does wonders with that. I love stacking crowbars. And if I could just do that all day, I would be 100% okay with that. Basically, I want things to die immediately so that they cannot hurt me. I find that usually that works out for the best for me. It procs bans, so it'll be your ultimate burst damage. Fuck me. Just... It's 2020. It's 2020, baby! I'm not even taking milk. Fuck milk. Unless it's a song by Garbage, in which case it's pretty kickin'. I don't know if I'd go so far to say as it slaps. It always feels to me when people say something slaps, it's got a little bit of energy to it. Milk is not a high energy, high octane song, but it's really good. Like, it's really good. And in fact, seeing as I'm the old person, I suppose, everything off of Garbage's first album is pretty much amazing, and I highly recommend that album, because it's awesome. It does give you strong bones, although not to the degree that the advertisements would have you believe, because those advertisements, they're all paid for by the milk companies. I don't want to do this. That's cool. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Well, I don't know. I don't need to know what's in that gold chest. You know, there's no reason to show me. Nar! Oh, come on! Game, what? Loader's Thunder Fist, by the way, Kronos, is amazing, and I love it. Oh, so you're gonna be doing that, you got that trip coming up, yeah? This year has been a pleasure spending with you, Panda. I look forward to the next year, although I assume you're not leaving right away. But let's say use the phone app, which is unlikely. Fair enough, the phone app is trash. I could 100% understand why you might not be inclined to use it.
Relax.
I have not yet, Kronos. But I will after this stream. Because while I've been enjoying the loader, I haven't actually gotten
like
the loader's dealie yet. I'll be going to my aunt's place tomorrow until Boxing Day, and then to Queensland. Boxing Day. Do you impersonate Mike Tyson for Boxing Day? Because that seems like a thing that you could do. If you were so inclined. Thank you for joining us on the app, Zog. I do appreciate it. I just know that from my own experience, I find the app version, the mobile version of Twitch, far more frustrating than the actual whatchamacallit. Hi, whatchamacallit. That's like totally a thing. The browser version? That's the word I want. I do words. Sometimes. Vaguely. Please, just... I need more keys. It's the smallest thing to ask. Even the PC app version is kind of meh. Not unfair, but definitely easier to kind of deal with than the phone app version, I find. I only use the in-browser. Hey, you Ludos. How you doing, yo? I hope life is treating you gently, and that you're enjoying the in-browser. We're gonna die again. We're gonna die again because apparently I just don't know what I'm doing. I have sent all my Isaac skills to the cleaners. They have not yet come back. I have no bombs! I think you might have, if you dropped in after my stream, I think you might have unfortunately missed the Mayo story, which was hilarious. Although you might have caught the reading of My Immortal, which was also pretty damn good. The Mayo story, though, that was a lot. And when I hopped on this morning, TTK was on stream with Arcrat. So you might have been about... I caught the Mayo hate, not the story. The Mayo story, I think, was probably ultimately more amusing than the Mayo hate. I kind of felt like the Mayo hate went on just a little bit too long. It is possible to kind of run a joke into the ground. But the story that brought that on... There's got to be a clip of it somewhere, because it's a whole thing. This is terrible, and I hate it. I mean, at least we got damage, at least we got tears. If we can survive... I'll probably watch the whole VOD eventually. I mean, it's 2 days long. It's probably more than I could devote to something. Just go! Just go! The last 3 items are making the run look pretty nice. Yeah? I mean, I don't know about Wooden Spoon. Although, it might just be the timing of the comment. But if we don't start picking up some keys, like, we might be in distress. I watched the DK64 stream VOD 3 times in its entirety. That's awesome, but also a lot. The 3v4 syringe. Oh yes, the 3v4 syringe are solid on. And if anything saves this run, it'll probably be those. We don't have anything better, so... Missing page 2. It glows with power. power. But is it real ultimate power? Is it the power of the ninja? Depression University give you a lot of time to watch days-long VODs. See, my problem is I tend to not be able to focus very well. So like I can put a VOD or a video on in the background, but usually like I'm splitting my attention between two different things. Last Genshin status update before the banner ends. Used up all my gems, but no Zhongli. But I got C5 Razor instead. Nice. Luda says I have issues watching these big charity events, having organized one myself. They give me anxiety. Also, there's always guests I don't really want to hear. That's fair, Ludo. That's certainly fair. Me too. Kind of. Like, 90% of the time, if I'm quote-unquote watching something, I'm playing something. But it doesn't mean I'm not, like, really giving my attention to the VOD. Also, I have this thing with stream VODs where I constantly want to respond in chat, and then suddenly remembering that, like, it's not live, so I can't actually do that thing. You killed my bonies. Whenever ContraPoints or friends show up, I dip out. Were they on the, were they on Sophie's VOD? Well, I don't know about friends, so... But I don't think I saw ContraPoints on Sophie's VOD, or on her charity stream? On their charity stream. Although I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, like... I know they've mentioned Ollie before, so, like, I guess the whole crew is kind of... Oh, they were on the D64 stream. Eesh. Eesh. Eesh! And also Gish, because I've got a Gish. Oh, Buttons! I hope you're doing well today, Buttons. I hope that nothing is giving you any kinds of stress. Or at least, no more stress than you feel able to handle. Which I realize those are two, like, completely different things. You know what? I'm getting this box. I'm getting a buddy in a box. Which sounds like kind of a little loot, but we'll go with it. And I'm gonna take this hive mind, and I'm gonna take this heart, and just gonna do it. Unfortunately, a bunch of people who are on... Oh god, you're large. Hold on a second, let me clear out this room, because I do take damage here fairly frequently. Okay. Unfortunately, a bunch of people who are on the DK stream were outed as awful people, so I can't watch much of it anymore. Yeah. I do recall... Not all of them, but certainly at least some of them, and certainly, like, ContraPoints is definitely in there. Don't make boxes lewd now. If you can't, you know, if you can't make your box lewd, then honestly, what's the point of having a box? You know, aside getting around the raging dysphoria issue, but, you know, if we're going to be humorous instead of serious. There was one dude literally trying to get closer to people he later abused while on the stream. Oh, gross. Kids, don't do that. That's a big no. Kids. Fellow teens. Which is very unpleasant when I see it in that context. Yes. Absolutely understandably so. I grab the Polaroid, fight Krampus. Oh my fucking god. It was a joke, Krampus. It was a fucking joke. You are such a douche. See, why can't I see the future anytime when it would be actually useful for me? Everything here except for Kodakun is garbage, and I can't risk, I'm sorry Kodakun, but I can't risk boss rush just, you know, for you. Let's do it. Krampus said bet? Krampus said, I heard you talking about me. And I'm like, no, Krampus was just, you know, not talking about you, just talking around you. Poor Loki's just getting mob-scened by all the Gari-Gari-kun. Oh, crumbs. Talking in your general direction. Do you bite your thumb at me? This hermit card would have sure come in handy last floor. I would have totally gotten Kodakun. Eh? Like a ghost. Please, Curse of the Maze. I beg you. Pretty please. Stop screwing me over. Now I'm gonna go in this curse room because we do have the hermit card. And thankfully it didn't teleport me. I'm shocked. But it turned out to be trash, so I am not shocked. Perks. Yes. So, for strange string of events, and by string I simply mean a couple of my friends bought Hades, meaning I'm the only one who still hasn't played the game. Kronos, Hades will be waiting for you. It's not going anywhere. I think if nothing else, 2020 has been the year where I stopped feeling any kind of FOMO. Neither have I, for that matter. I've decided to be 100% okay with being late to the party, even if by years. The only absolutely I'm gonna jump on this thing as soon as humanly possible game that's on my menu is Repentance. I will absolutely be down on Repentance day o drop. And I would definitely like to play Hades eventually. Looks like a lot of fun. But, like, it's not killing me not to have played it yet. It's kind of funny to me because when we all played Risk of Rain, because when we all played Risk of Rain 2 came out, I kind of fell off after a week straight. After a week, I went straight back into Gungeon. I mean, Gungeon's got a call to it, definitely. I have a feeling if I started playing Gungeon again, I probably would find excuses to continue. After I 100%ed Gungeon, Risk of Rain kind of fell out of the group. And it's when I started picking up Risk of Rain 2 back up, and I actually really, really liked it. I'll tell you what, Risk of Rain 2 really didn't click with me until the 1.0 update. And then that's when it was kind of like, oh, this game is really, really good. Because I remember when it first came out, when we first started doing the streams of it, and I felt like I was having a lot of trouble engaging with it. But it is definitely my goatee. My goat adjective. Goatee, PtaER, goateest, goatiness, goateation? Trying to think of how different parts of speech would handle the word goatee. Like, I definitely waited on the game for a while just for them to implement more content and slicker balancing and design. You mean about Risk Rain 2? Blar! Don't blar at me. Oh, definitely much better than what we had already. I hate this room. I hate it so much. It really sucks. Because there's bloody poop. Not bloody in the sense that the British would say bloody, but actually, like, filled with blood. And as we all know, if you have bloody stool, you should probably go see a doctor. It's not a good thing. You might want to get a prostate check if you're, a lad. My brain just, like, completely turned off there for a second. Oh, DJ! How you doing? How is the almost Christmas season going for you? Hopefully pleasant and without stress? Can I fight Isaac? I can indeed fight Isaac. Unless I die, which is a possibility. But I'll be doing my best to not only fight Isaac, but to fight Blue Baby. I hate this. I hate this. Gosh, we are not doing great this run. I played some Katamari and spent like 40 minutes on Ursa Major. That is definitely that's a mood. Kronos, did you get the biggest in the end? Is Isaac first then? Yes, Isaac is the boss of the cathedral, and then after the cathedral you've got the chest, and Blue Baby is the boss of the chest. Unless you've got Dad's key, or key piece 1 and 2, in which case you can fight Mega Satan. Although I don't know if Mega Satan really counts as a chest boss. It'll show up on either of the routes. This map has been like the worst map ever. What do you mean the bear sign counts as a bear? Oh, Kronos, yes, absolute mood. That's a whole thing. Also, the bear mascots count as bears. Shit, do we risk it? Fuck it, let's do it. It's a little bit too little too late, but... Like I said, Katamari doesn't differentiate between simulacrum and simulation. True. Got a pretty big bear. The king wasn't completely impressed, though, so there's obviously a better option. My guess is the rocket bear that flees if you're big enough. Rocket bear or... And they might be the same one. I might be conflating these in my mind, but... The, Momotaro bear? This should be like a bear with somebody riding on its back. I can't remember which one of those is the bigger. I do not need relax. Thank you very much. I got mine off a balloon. Oh, is the bear hanging from a balloon? Ursa Major is such a pain in the ass. And Taurus as well. I should do like a run through and try to get all the items, like fill out the entire collection. Because I wouldn't mind having the platinum on Katamari. I just don't know if I have the patience. I mean, it kind of requires a different type of focus than, like grinding on Risk of Rain. Yeek. Alright, let's do the Isaac. This shouldn't be too difficult. We've got a pretty hefty bone necklace here that should protect us from most of the shots. And really the shots on Isaac are the most dangerous part. But I think we got this sorted. Like, our damage is 9.13, and we got a 6 tier stat, so... Isaac... Doko ni yoru... I use the Katamari OST when I'm doing mundane stuff like drawing. I mean, absolutely. Chronos... It's good. It's just a really good soundtrack. And also Proptosis, because, you know, wait to the end, but make us giant. I'm okay with that. Also Neko Navy, because the Neko Navy soundtrack slaps. Do I want to do the Void? Because this is basically a guaranteed win right now. But because the Proptosis loses damage at range, the Void might not be a guaranteed win. I have listened to the Neko Navy OST, and I did enjoy it quite a lot. Yosh. I've got to take it. Hey Malacria, I love you. But how do I know for sure? Forest Green and Placebo are such bangers. I'm terrible at song names. I just know I like what I heard. It does make it like kind of a problem when I talk about instrumental music, because at least with like songs with lyrics, I could say like, oh, it's that one song that's got the lyric da 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 da. But instrumental stuff is just like, you know, it's that song, it's the good one. Smooth as silk. We'll just ignore the first 2 runs that we did in this stream that were losers. That's like a giant ask, Ludo. It's like way more than I can do. I'm gonna take like a really quick 5-minute break or so. Grab myself a little bit of water, have a bit of a stretch. If any y'all need some water, soup, sandwich, stretch, the confidence of knowing that your friends appreciate you and love you and want the best for you, then this 5 minutes should do it for you. Is there anything else for you to unlock? I've got everything unlocked on all 3 files, DJ. All 3 files on 3 different systems. I will listen to the family-friendly song. That's what I'll do on my break, but I'll be right back. Thank you, Bob. It's been removed by the publisher. Never mind, I was wrong. we are back, and like that's actually really good. I know it was intended as like a shit post, a repost to YouTube for being Jagamuffins, but it's still like a pretty good song. I did read through some of the comments, which is something I generally don't do on YouTube videos, and they did seem pretty good.
Speed up.
Now, why would you go and do this to me? Why would you tease me with a curse room with nothing in it? Tech Zero, baby! Tech Zero is such a good early get. Like, way better than we deserve. I think this run is gonna pop off Smirnoffs. Like, unless we don't get anything else good for the rest of the run. I have played some Hollow Knight. I was very bad at it. I played it on the Switch. I don't know if that has anything to do with my experience, but I found it quite frustrating. Unfortunately. Like, I thought it was very beautiful. I thought it was a really nice looking game. I liked the sound design in the game an awful lot. I think it was fair. I don't think it was necessarily an unfair game, but it was one that I found myself struggling with a lot. And before someone makes a mod for the game that replaces the teleporting music with Coppin as Love, I don't. Like, and this is like a metaphor for my life, I think, but I don't learn from my mistakes. I don't improve. I just keep on slamming into the wall until the wall breaks. And Souls games don't really, like, that doesn't really work as a strategy. Although I guess I have improved some in Risk of Rain, but like, I can actually play Monsoon as long as I've got my artifacts on, but yeah, I don't know if I have the patience to get, like, really better. I played it on controller too. It's pretty hard. It's a hard game. And I think it could be a really, like, one of those games where it's fulfilling to beat, but what did I miss? By the way, I didn't get far in Hollow Knight either. I think I got to, like, the... It's kind of hard to tell, like, how far I got, because I went all over the map. You know, because you can get a lot of places where you're not, like, technically supposed to go. But I got to the first, like, boss, I guess, and I just, like, I couldn't wrap my dome around how to beat it. Ludo says, that's a lighty, so you know it. You surpassed my progress in restraint too. But, like, that's... a lot of that is just sheer bloody-mindedness. Panda says, Hollow Knight's a fantastic game and I love it, but I'll be in the cold, hard ground before I put myself through the Path of Pain or the White Palace. That's fair. After you beat it, it unlocks Steel Soul mode. Basically, you die once, you die forever. I've failed it 7 times. I don't think I could do that. Like, most of those kind of Iron Man type modes I usually just kind of bounce out of. I beat 2 bosses in Hollow Knight and I stopped. Oh, fudge. I mean, not to you, Kronos, but to Raguman. I already had my pasta tonight. I don't need more ragu. No death runs ain't for me either. This is useless, but I want devil deals, so I guess we take it. But it's gonna be forever before it procs. If you die in Still Soul mode, you die in real life, then you gotta fight your way out of hell like in Hades. In that case, I kinda wanna try it. Which is why Saga Spirit across dimensions. I like that. I like that. It's pleasant. Now, if you come back to life after fighting your way out of hell, like, do you have to come back in the same body? Or, like, could you use that as a transition shortcut? Because, honestly, I think that sounds a lot more fun than what real life looks like, so, you know. Also, if it's specifically like the Hades hell, they seem like friendly people, ultimately. Except for that one guy that's dating the bull. Like, he doesn't seem so friendly. Oh, fuck you. Oh, Alice! Perfect, terrible timing. Does that mean I get to date the gods? I mean, I don't know if I'd want to date, but, you know, maybe take them out for some coffee. I would be cool with that. Maybe chill and have a movie night. My most devastating loss was number 6. I was several hours in. Just sat in silence for like 10 minutes after I died. Also, you always come back in the same body. Oh, well, that's no fun. Want to jazz things up a little bit, you know? Oh. I just play Neko Navy, you get continues the more you play. I get the feeling that we should be playing Neko Navy, but I can't say for certain. I just get that feeling, you know? Preferably the Switch version so you can play endless mode. It's gonna be a while before I get a Switch. I would like to get a Switch again, just so I could play Splatoon. Oh, this is terrible. Just so I could play Splatoon 2 and whatever follow-up Ninty puts out for Splatoon 2. Oh, no worries, Des. We're glad that you're here and healthy. Because I know that you mentioned that there's a, you got the new strain of the COVID. I was in a meeting and now lunchtime. Well, I'm glad that you can enjoy your lunch with us. You are always welcome. Hopefully the lunch is pure deliciousness. Deliciosity, as it were. I need to make up a quick and dirty doll tomorrow. Because payday isn't till Thursday. And I'm not, as they say, replete with funds. I am not flush with money. The reason I want to beat Steel Souls, because it's my only favorite Steam game I don't have 100%, including Cuphead. You 100%ed Cuphead? Nice. Oh, hold on a second. We got like a triple star, so I guess I thought you were putting in a URL. Lucian throwing up this morning all over the living room. Thank goodness for disinfectant and bicarbonate of soda for cleaning. Is Lucian doing okay? Like, is it... I'm hoping it's just like a stomach bug type of thing. I never 100% games. I've got a few games that I've 100%ed, or at least that I've got the platinums on. which is not exactly the same thing. Because, like, the plat for Persona 5 Royal doesn't require 100%. Like, there's things you can skip and still get it, which, thank dogs. Oh, much better. Last time I remember actively striving for 100% was Nier Automata. Before anyone asks, no, I did not buy any of the trophies. I always forget that that's an option, Chronos, so I would not have besmirched your good name. Hopefully only a 24-hour thing, all over our new rug, so I'll be busy steaming it on high. You won't be high when you're steaming it though, right? I don't know what the laws are like in the Britain, but I'm an achievement hunter, so I go for it if I like the game. Usually, like, as far as achievements and trophies for me, if it seems doable, I'll usually go for it, but I don't get too chuffed when it's something that I can see is beyond my ability. Wait, what did I miss from Panda? I got 500 hours in Fallout New Vegas, and I've never been to the dam. What? Oh, we should have charged. We should have done another room. That's okay. I would have liked to have gotten... Oh, fuck. I would have liked to have gotten a silver heart. That would have been pretty ginchy. Kids are watching Aquaman with Jason Momoa. The Aquamans. I still have, like, almost no memory of that movie. I know I watched it, and I know it had Willem Dafoe, and I know that Willem Dafoe wasn't a baddie for once, and that's like, that's the extent of it, that's all I got. Same, like, I'm not gonna get the achievement for beating, getting over it 100 times, probably, maybe someday. I remember watching all the Shreks, but I only remember the first two. I have, like, my not shame, but apparently some kind of meme shame. I've never watched Shrek because I really, really didn't like Mike Myers. Now, I have seen Austin Powers 1, which confirms my dislike for Mike Myers, but how'd you get Jason Momoa to come watch Aquaman with your kids? I've heard, Panda, he's a really friendly guy. I bet if you asked him nicely, he'd probably be like, yeah, I could drop by, spend a couple hours, I'm in town. I mean, I don't know if he would fly, like, across the world, but I haven't watched, you haven't watched WALL-E either, so we're willing to forgive you this time. Thank you. I ought to watch WALL-E. I mean, I've heard a lot of good about it, but for some reason it just keeps falling off my radar. Oh, you know what? Let's just do that. Death. Ooh, the world. I like that. No, I'll take death. It's not like temperance is gonna help us much. I mean, the temperance movement didn't do, god darn it, anything for the United States. Shrek is the most and least Mike Myers movie. I can imagine in what ways it would be the most Mike Myers movie, but when you say it's also the least Mike Myers movie, like what's your image there? Let's look here first. We'll definitely take that because it's wonderful. Thank you, Humbling Bundle. We love you. And yeah, you know what? Let's take Stopwatch. We don't need it. It's not worth spending the money on. Personally, I never forgave Mike Myers for what he did. Panda. I mean, I love it, Panda, but also, Panda. Wally has the startup sound that my MacBook Pro does. Funny as I think Steve Jobs helped found Pixar. Was he involved with Pixar? And that's like an honest question. I don't remember. Pixar was Eisner and who else? No, Eisner was Disney. Hold on. Brain meats. Did you see Repentance is nerfing Tech X? No solid hitbox. It hits at the front and the back of the circle once each and despawns pretty fast when it hits walls. I didn't see that. On one hand, it does kind of suck. On the other hand, Tech X is like it's a run-defining item, and to the point that some runs I just don't take it. So I'm kind of okay with that. Although the Guppy Tech X for the Lost Wind is not gonna have that, is gonna suck. But I'm kind of surprised that it didn't get it sooner. We're never gonna get Wob to proc. Shrek is a very Mike Myers character in a movie that's a lot less like Mike Myers' usual work. That's interesting. I mean, I used to love Tech X, and I still do like it a lot. I mean, it's a super powerful item, and if you're looking for a win, like, Tech X will give it to you, usually. But that's kind of the problem for me, is that when I get Tech X, it's like the run becomes Tech X. Although, I do have to admit that I like the Tech X plus homing because it makes the bubble go all wobbly. Have y'all seen the video by Corvidae about Shrek being queer culture? I have not seen that, Buttons. In fact, I'm not sure that I'm familiar with Corvidae at all. But I imagine this is a good video, or at least one with a thesis that we could get behind. Tech X is in the same class as Brimstone and Mom's Knife. Basically, yeah. Panda, I think I could definitely get behind that. Corvidae is excellent. Okay. Hold on a second. That means it's notes time. Corvidae. I think I should be able to read that next time. I really enjoyed it. Just talked about being othered and how that affects folks. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Actually, definitely, yeah. Money is Power is really good because we got the bundle. Took me a second to figure out why that would be a good thing to take, instead of just like let's take it because it's here. It's pretty in-depth, but I'm bad at explaining right now. No problems. I think you've given us enough to wet our whistle. I don't really like Mom's knife much at all. That's interesting. Is there oh, you bastard. You absolute bastard. Is there any particular reason why you don't like Mom's knife? Ooh, nice. That was lucky. Death. Death is your gift. Buffy Summers. Death is your gift. Season 4 of Buffy was just such trash. Disco, please, you know, like, this run is pretty much set. You don't need to throw it in the garbage. I would like to pick up the... it seems like... hi, Brain Meats. It seems bland and boring. Like, Brimstone is... obviously a death laser. Tech-X is like a ring of death. But when I have Mom's knife, I just throw. With it, wait and repeat. That's fair. The one thing I like about Mom's knife is that it makes, in a sense, melee runs work. Like, you can just charge into enemies, and if you've got, like, semi-decent health, you can usually just erase bosses. And as Mark said, you know, we should be working to erase bosses. I'm sorry, do you just ignore the black hole? Thank you very much. Like, getting into boss rush with 1 second to spare because you just shoved the knife into Mom's foot, that's kind of a fun feeling. So you mean to say that Mom's knife is not the Neko Navy of Isaac? I hate it when things lack spunk. You know, it's a common enough problem for some. Sakes. Really though, Risco. Like, this is not... what you're doing is not the jam. It's not even half jam. It's like a pseudo jam. Crawl space? Crawl space. Surprising. And a little bit of damage up, so we'll take that. Still not cresting over... Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait, what happened to our temperance card? Like, we had a temperance card, and now it's gone. There was a hole here, and now it's gone. That's weird. Well, whatever. We dumped it off someplace, we lost it. Such is life, no biggie. I hate that poop room. I hate it. Poop and spikes. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, you think you're so cool, Mom, but you're not. Mama! Now, I wouldn't mind thinking of like simple things that could help. A tears up would be nice. Bent spoon, or spoon bender, would be great, but I don't think that we could pick it up before the chest, unfortunately. Unless we go to Hush, and honestly, fuck that noise. This is not a loadout that's going to make Hush very fun. But even just like a bit more in the way of tears rate, of DPS. I might do some test recordings of my guttural vocals later. That's an interesting way to put that, Ludo. Are you like trying out for a death metal band? Isco, please. Like, really though, what? Gonna make funny growl and scream sounds for an album I'm working on. Interesting. Will you have the fruits of your labor up on like Spotify someday? Where we could all share in the joy of your creative output? Yeah, let's just do that. Maybe someday it'll be on Bandcamp. That would be really neat. If you ever get it up on Bandcamp, absolutely let us know. I'd be quite interested in hearing what you put out. I'm wondering if that money equals power is going to be like the lifesaver on this run. Because I feel like we're in a slow battle of attrition. And not doing very well at it. We ain't never gonna get wob. Unfortunately. Freaking flying leeches. Nobody asked for flying leeches either. They just decided to show up at the party. They were like, hey, heard there was a party. And everybody's like, oh, great, it's flying leeches. Alright, we can do this. We got this. We're gonna fight Mr. Fred? Probably. It's possible that we might fight a Double Trouble. I don't know who the Double Trouble boss is on the womb. Though we could conceivably run into them. But no, it's Mr. Fred. Because of course it is. Freddykins. Not Mr. Freddy, by the way. Completely different. As far as I know, Isaac doesn't live on Elm Street. I know it's a shock, but... Imagine Double Trouble Bloat. You have to fight a Double Trouble Bloat in... Oh, come on! You have to fight a Double Trouble Bloat in the April Fool's challenge, I think, don't you? I think either the Mom's fight or the Mom's Heart fight is Double Trouble Bloat. And it's exactly as fun as you would imagine, which is to say not fun at all. That entire challenge is no fun. I must have suppressed that memory. I don't recall that fight. Well, like, the gimmick in April Fool's is every fight is a bloat fight. Like, straight from the first floor, every fight is a bloat fight. Or every boss fight, excuse me, is a bloat fight. So it's... I don't want to say stupendously not fun, but it's definitely not fun. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Deal with the devil? Who needs him? Not us. We got this shit sewn up. Fucking fuck. Oh God, bless it. Hi. If we lose this run, it will be 100% categorically my fault. There's no getting around it, no ifs, ands, or buts. Except my play, which is totally butts. Just give me the mom fight. That's all I want. Oh! Well, we can get it after the fight. Never mind. Mama! Probably shouldn't have taken stopwatch now that I think about it. Hovering finger over enter key with poodle. We're not done yet. I'm just saying it's conceivable that we lose this one. Oh my gosh. We actually got to deal with the devil? That's a lot. Hold on. Let me figure this one out. Okay. We definitely want Satanic Bible. Good. We'll take the black heart. Actually, we can just take all of this stuff. So let's do that. Sacrificial altar doesn't do anything. Whatever. Now this puts us into Wob. We're gonna have Wob now. And we've got a way to do black hearts. And we've just got another power up. Okay, never mind. This run is one. These things don't happen on keyboard. That's interesting. Do you usually play? Not K-Bam, but do you usually play Wazda? That's okay. We're still okay. Just a couple of bad rooms. That's all. Just a couple of bad rooms. This is still 100% doable. I have issues playing this on keyboard, especially for stuff like Blue Womb. I tried playing original Isaac on keyboard, and I just could not quite wrap my brain meats around it. I know there's them that say it's easier that way, but I don't get it. I'm keyboard, I rarely run into spikes or fire. Des, you have a wonderful night, or a wonderful day. Give a hug to Lucian for us. And, tell him we hope he feels okay soon. My only experience with Isaac before watching you stream was trying to play the original on PC, and the controls drove me off. Scrambled eggs and ham for lunch. Excellent. I can definitely dig that, Buttons. I never really got the handle on... Ooh, rune bag. You're so sexy. I never really got a handle on the keyboard controls. I always had to use join... What was it called? Join key? Which sometimes kind of worked, but not really. Joy 2 key. Is it Joy 2 key? Fuck, I don't know. Keyboard has a higher skill ceiling. Yes. Vanilla Isaac required WASD and arrow keys. And the funny thing is, like, my very first computer gaming stuff was all WASD and arrow buttons. Okay, apparently the run felt bad for us and just decided to just let us win. Like Wolfenstein 3D, that was all keyboard. I'm very well versed in keyboard and controller and can switch between them easily based on the game I'm playing. Maybe that's why I'm good with keyboard Isaac. That's a skill. Honestly, Zog, that's a straight up skill. It varies for me.
Bercano.
Keyboard, controller for Gungeon, keyboard and mouse for Sprain 2. Vanilla Isaac sounds like what I imagine the title of JoJo Part 9 is gonna be. There are worse ways you could have ended that sentence, Ludo, so I'm glad for the one that you took. It took me ages to get used to controllers. This is actually kind of funny. I put out a tweeting about this, but I only now, after, like, what, since '94? Finally got into the habit of holding the PlayStation controller correctly so I could use both shoulder buttons at the same time. Like, ever since PlayStation 1, I could not get into the habit of holding it right. And it was purely because of Risk of Rain 2. So I guess you can get used to new things. And yet you keep saying you're not improving. Ludo, it took from 1994. It's 2020 now. I actually had to check when the PS1's release date was, because I honestly could not remember. And I thought the first like R1, R2 controllers were actually PS2, which was a lie. Zog says I play Rocket League, Smash, Cuphead, and Hollow Knight on controller. Everything else is keyboard and mouse. Sometimes it takes 26 years to grow, and that's okay. Thank you, Panda. Oh, come on! Fucking... Really, though? I mean, since it's 2020, theoretically you're supposed to get worse, yet here we are? That's a good point. Tech fucking 2. Tech 2. To completely robbing my run of all the fun, I don't even want to win anymore. Soy milk would have been awesome, Panda. Soy milk would have been great because we had static tiers, and even though we would have lost a lot of damage, we would have been able to basically fill the room with lightning. It's a lie and you know it. Oh, I've got depression. Thanks, Isaac. I needed that reminder. Oh, that's right, we've got Bomber Boy. We should be careful. Can't believe we haven't gotten 2020 this whole stream, and 2020 is almost over. You know, it would be nice if they gave us 2020 to kind of celebrate surviving this year. Yeah, sometimes Isaac is a little bit uncalled for. Damn it. Did you have to, Gluttony? Did you have to, though? No, I don't want the heart. And I know it's going to be a heart, because that's all Gluttony ever gives. Are you still alive? How did that happen? Actually, no. You're the one I gotta kill. I should just blow everything up? That's probably for the best. Great. Now we're a clown. Hopefully nobody has chlorophobia? A chlorophobia? Chlorophobia, isn't it? Clownophobia. Well, I mean, that gets us to the point, I suppose. Do you think, is there like a separate phobia for carnies? Like, what if you're not afraid of clowns, but you are afraid of carnies? I tried Original Isaac and I didn't like it, even though I usually play K-Ram. It felt very clunky. Original Isaac, Zog, is very clunky. Like, it hasn't... I think it's as good as they could have done at that time with like what they were trying to do and the ability they had to do it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that that don't quite really work, right? And I was surprised, like, when Rebirth first came out, and I was kind of disappointed that they went from that kind of flash art style to the pixel style, because I thought the flash art looked really good. And then... Ooh, yes, let's keep this. And then I went back and I watched a couple of Northern Lions old, like, Vanilla Isaac videos. And honestly, after getting used to the pixel art, the flash art style is kind of ugly. Yeah. I did not need more range, though. Black Moon? Why did you betray me like that? The only thing that, and I've mentioned this before, it's not like it's a hot take or anything, but the only thing that I was disappointed by in the change was moving away from the original soundtrack. And in general, like, not keeping Baranowski's music for the games. Like, Super Meat Boy Forever did that as well, and it's really glaring there. Is it? Yeah, Super Meat Boy Forever. Because the music in Super Meat Boy, like, really makes it, the feeling of the levels, and kind of the pace of the levels. I want a chest so that I can justify keeping this V1. The Super Meat Boy soundtrack, by the way, if anybody doesn't have it, hasn't listened to it, it's really good. Like, definitely right up there with Isaac's. Alright, let's just finish this run. They weren't going to be kind enough to give us another chest. That's okay. Ooh. Never mind. They were kind enough to give us another chest. And we can get another chest if we can just get a battery. Battery! Battery! Yeah, that does it for me. 4 extra items for the end of the game? I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't know why I'm being so cheap with my bombs, but, you know. What do we get? Magneto? That's okay. Blood rights? That's trash. Mom's perfume? That's kind of trash. Best bud? Sure. Yes. That was worth the trouble. Almbo, you're gonna die. Like, honestly though, you're just gonna die. It's a shame. Metal Isaac. Let's go, Almbo. Dun 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 dun. It's, you know, I mean, it carries some water. Ludo, a little water, but some. Panda says, Super Meat Boy was another favorite of my friend who passed. Was babysitting his son last year, and he saw that I had it and asked to play it since he had lost access to his dad's Steam account. God. thinking I'll have to get him a Meat Boy bundle. Get him a Meat Boy bundle when Forever comes out. I'll be interested to see what Forever looks like. But that does sound like a very kind thing that you could do for him. Maybe a bit of happy memory. Alright, so we've had two failed runs. Two pretty solid successful runs. I'm gonna take another really quick break. Be back in about 5 minutes or so, and if y'all need to use this time to get yourselves a little bit of water, soup, sandwich, sledgehammer. I'm just saying, you never know when a sledgehammer comes in handy. But please, take this time to do it. Alright, we are back. What did I miss? Game's been in development for a... Are y'all getting buffering? Alright, well, I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope that it, yes. Ah! It's back for you at least. Okay, good. Good. Let me see if I pause mine and see if that helps. Okay, I'm back too. Excellent. Alright, who's our next random contestant? Oh, come on! Maggie again?
Speed up.
It's Ladies' Night at Isaac. Ladies' Night at the Isaac Bar and Grill. Where all ladies get 30% off our bloomin' onion rings. Seems to be working for you now too. Okay, that's good. Oh, Claire, how you doing, yo? Hope you are very well today. Hope life is treating you gently and with the respect that you so clearly deserve. This is an Isaac Day. Finishing out the year with just some randomy stuff, basically. So that we're all ready for Control when we start up again in January. Although I think we still got one more week of streams before 2021. I gotta check the calendar, which is currently on my kitchen table, which means it's not getting checked anytime soon. Bombs. Why would you not give me a bomb? Because I already have a bomb. Genius. I hate everything about this. I don't want to use the bomb here, but I gotta use the bomb. Do I? Give me a bomb. That's better than a bomb. Okay, that's probably better than most of what we would get out of that item room, so we're just gonna say goodbye, item. I am more than happy to take an early small rock. That did work out really well. I mean, it's always the possibility that there could have been something really good in that reroll machine, but the likelihood is... like, the percent chance is kind of low. I tell you what, the crash, but it is definitely a red flag. It's a warning sign, so we'll keep that in mind. I've got my toes crossed, but we'll see what happens. Are we just like in full podcast mode now? It's podcast mode. Indeed. I don't know what to do because I can't stitch together episodes anymore. And that's, you know, like a problem? Theater of the mind. We've currently entered an L-shaped room. Libra? Do I want Libra? Fuck it, let's take it. This was such a mistake. Libra was a mistake, folks. Basically, we got a speed up, we got a range up. It's just like Nightmare. This run is a nightmare. Speed up, range up, damage down. no increase to tiers. So, that kind of sucks. Now, at the very least, we know that there's a guaranteed speed up. Hi, damage, thank you. Damage, my only friend. We know there's a guaranteed speed up pill. It's not just you, Claire. Unfortunately, we are in podcast mode because I guess my internet just completely sucks. I guess we could make it an AMA. You can ask me anything, which is nerfed to 2020. Well, that's only if 2020 shows up. Yeah, it happens sometimes, Claire. I really don't know what the issue is. But every now and then we get shafted with podcast mode. What if you wanted to stream but the internet said no? What if you wanted to stream but the US government said no? Do I see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Honestly, Panda, I do not. I always found Cinnamon Toast Crunch to have like a very slimy top coat. And it kind of grossed me out as a kid. I hope I have not crushed your love of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but that's kind of was the reference, yeah, Kronos. Some items just have so much spunk, you have to love them. Small Rock, Steven Coat Hanger. Oh wait, what? Wait. They're nerfing 2020 in Repentance? Now, that makes me a little bit salty. That makes me just a little bit salty. I mean, the whole, like, the concept of 2020 is that you've got double tiers. Each tier is doing the same amount of damage, basically. Fine. But I don't like it. Like, it bothers me much more that they'd nerf 2020 than it does that they would nerf Tech X. I'm in Australia, we don't have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, that was terrible damage. It's... Yeah, I never really liked it as a kid, Panda. I mean, that's just me. I hope that doesn't color your perception of Cinnamon Toast Crunch in case you ever have the off chance to try it out. Perhaps if you're staying at a Motel 6 in the Midwest someday, and they've got one of those, like, sample boxes that hotel breakfast buffets usually have. I never understood those. Like, you're supposed to eat the cereal in the box, and it's like there's never enough. There's not enough cereal in there for breakfast. It's good for like the first 4 to 5 spoonfuls before the sogginess ruins it forever, like cold pizza. I assume all US cereals are bad. My expectations can't get lower. Cocoa Puffs are kind of okay if you are engaged in breaking TOS. Zog, you're not wrong. You are not wrong about that. Like, it's really weird because Captain Crunch, it gets this soggy outer coat, and then it's got this super sharp, like, shard of glass in the center of it that I don't know how they did that, but it really hurts. Cocoa Puffs are fire, #1 cereal. Cocoa Puffs are fire. What else is good as far as US cereals? On the sweet side, Sugar Pops are pretty decent. The ones that had the frog. And on the not sweet side, well, like and this might be kind of weird, but even as a kid, I really liked the frosted shredded wheat. I thought shredded wheat was really good. I mean, as far as cereals go. Crispex? Crispex is pretty decent. Chex? Chex is pretty decent, but only if you make it into a party mix. Multigrain Cheerios are top tier. I haven't had... I don't know if I've ever had multigrain Cheerios, actually. I've had Honey Nut Cheerios, which are not bad. Decent, at least. But I wouldn't say they're the top. But the multigrain, I guess the multigrain is the one to go for? We have currently picked up as far as items. We've got a Cricket's Head, which was a nice get. Cheerios make a good snack dry. This is true. This is very true. We've got a Guppy's Head, Cricket's Head, and Infamy. I wanted to say Mask of the Phantasm, but like that didn't make any sense at all. We're also taking like way more damage than we should be taking. But you could probably hear Maggie squeaking, so there's that. Does Nutrigrain exist outside of Australia? I think it does, Panda. Like, the name is ringing bells. Although I can't say that I've ever had it. Okay, I would rather not take any more damage, because we have no silver hearts. Claire says it does. She hasn't had it, but I've heard of it before. I don't eat it, but I've heard of it before. I should ask my dog. It sounds like something that he would eat. Which makes it sound weird, and it's not. It's just that he's got to kind of be careful about his weight, so... It's a Kellogg's product, but it feels very Australian. Man, the cross-shooting guys, I don't like them. And especially not in a room with the little springy dudes. And of course I took damage. Good, good. This is what I wanted. It's basically Cheerios, but branded for big boys. Is this one of these things where, like, good health and nutrition is, like, not manly and or slash gay? So you've got to make it sound like all, like, rough and tumble so that the guys will eat it type of thing? Is there, like, a really big blokey dude on the box flexing a bicep? Possibly with some scantily clad bird hanging off of said bicep? It just seems in keeping. Nutrigrain with 20% protein! You know, if they really need their protein, I could think of, like, at least a dozen other things they could have. Get buff and do a swimming or sports. That's not the Nutrigrain we have in the US. Buttons, what Nutrigrain do we have in the US? It's like fruit... Oh! Shit, you're right! Buttons is right. That's where I know Nutrigrain from. From the like the fruity snacky bars. Yeah, just write protein on the package, that'll do it. What about soap? Like, could you sell, like, manly soap because it's got 20% protein in it? Protein! I don't judge you, Ludo. I don't judge you at all. Greed. Fuck off, Greed. Nobody loves you, Greed. Except for Gordon Gecko. And he's a douche. Although, was he still a douche in Wall Street 2? Because I never saw Wall Street 2. I mean, I kind of assume because he's Gordon Gecko, but... Oh god, I'm gonna tweet you the most man product I've ever seen. I must see this. So that I can point and laugh. Ha 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 ha. I'm sure somebody would buy the protein soap. I mean, I feel like you could make a mint off it. Ooh, deal with the devil. Nice. Do we take both of them? I think we do. I think this is a terrible idea, but we're gonna do it. Okay, first let's feed the devil demon beggar. Now this is gonna leave us with 1 red heart. Got a guppy's collar, so that's 2 pieces of guppy. And the pact, I think we made the right decision, folks. Puberty. Anybody else get cereal bars at school? They're breakfast bars that had milk and cereal together. They certainly seem weird, Claire. I can't even imagine how that would work.
Range down.
Range down. Fuck you. Roguelikes are all about embracing bad ideas. I mean, Kronos, you're not wrong. And I feel like Isaac more than most. I'm still trying to figure, like, how the milk and cereal packed together in bar form? Like Cheerios stuck to the pseudo milk icing layer. That sounds... I mean, I don't want to say it sounds gross, because it could actually be yummy, but it sounds like a pseudo s'mores. And that's... I mean, that's not a phrase that I thought I was going to need to say anytime soon. We don't need to do the challenge room. Cereal bar. Like, now I want to try one. Are they only available in, like, in schools? Would I have to get a school lunch to get a cereal bar? We usually had it in Fruit Loops. I know about cereal bars with a layer of yogurt, but milk? Unless that's exactly what you're talking about. I will do that in a mo. Panda. I want to see what this is. Or maybe it actually was yogurt, like Kronos said.
Bombs are key.
Alright, bombs are key does the same for me. Let me pause this here. Of course, nobody's gonna know that I'm pausing it, because, like, we've still got the thing. Check my mentions. Wait, what? What? Okay, hold on a second here. I'm trying to... Tetsubukuro. So, It's a package of garbage bags, but it, like, the image on the package looks like 3 very large bullets? Is that what I'm looking at here? 'Cause that's a lot. I don't know, I haven't seen him since high school. Alright. And did... Panda, did these sell like hotcakes? Now Button says about the milk and yogurt conundrum, for anybody who's watching on VOD and is extremely confused because you can't see the chat, that they associated with icing and milk because it was so sweet. Which honestly is, like, it's a fair read.
Paralysis.
Paralysis. Bad trip? Good. Pretty fly? Alright. Zog says, I don't know if anyone here has heard of them, but Golden Puffs is the best cereal to pour in a cup and drink dry, hands down. Golden Puffs. I have never heard of these Golden Puffs. I mean, I imagine there's probably about a quadrillion cereals that came out since I've basically stopped having breakfast, but... Now, the cereal that I don't miss this cereal. I don't have, like, fond memories of it or anything, but... There was... Ooh, how do I do this? I can't get Flight and Death's Touch, unfortunately. So I think we take Wob and Death's Touch and just leave it be. I'd love to get the Flight, but it's not gonna happen. Oh, Claire, thank you so much. Oh, let me take a look at this. Holy shit. Okay. I've never seen those before. They... Oh, crumbs. I accidentally walked in a room because I had my finger on the, Ooh, that sucks. I had my finger on the post? Not the marquee post. Not without consent. Those actually look really good. As a snack. Oh, but the cereals I remember from my childhood, you could get these, they were like split boxes of cereals. And on one half was a Legend of Zelda cereal, and on the other half was a Super Mario cereal. And this is back, you know, in '85 when Nintendo, when all that stuff was all first coming out. And like, I thought that idea was so cool as a kid, but I don't remember at all like what they tasted like or if they were any good. I'm trying to remember if there was any other weird cereals when I was a kid. If you send the link to Kronos, Kronos can put it up in chat. Yeah, we had issues with bots and all trying to spam links into the chat, so eventually we left it mods only, unfortunately. But I could see myself definitely nomming on cereal bars, especially if I was in some form of altered state, like Wisconsin. That's a bad joke, but I thought it was funny, so we're gonna go with it. Now, as far as the run goes, provided we can get some HP, this run should be a winner. We've got 8.20 damage, 6 tier stat. We've got Wall, 2 pieces of Guppy, and some generally pretty good stuff, so... And we did just pick up a couple extra silver hearts, so I think this run just might go all the way. Although, considering that it's podcast mode, I'm probably not gonna do any of the extra floors. Although we're too late for boss rush anyways, but I'm probably not gonna do Hush or Void. My favorite altered state is Super Soldier. But, like, then you have to be a soldier, right? And doesn't that mean you've got to serve the government? And I don't know how I feel about that. Can you be an anarchist super soldier? Is that a thing? Super solid. Solid Snake? No, I did not want to buy that bomb, but we bought it anyways. Video's back. That's interesting. It's not on my end. But awesome. Antifa Super Soldier. I'm down with that. I could definitely see myself supporting an Antifa Super Soldier. God, all this stuff is crap. Give me something good, yo. Not BOGO bombs. Whatever. It is wonderful to have video back. Trying to narrate everything is... It was less difficult than trying to narrate everything in the last chapter of Yakuza 0, but still, it's a little bit tough. Looks like our lag is pretty decent too, the video lag. It's not about like maybe only 3 seconds or so. Mama. Really though, Mom. Must you though? Must you? Finally beat the internet boss, right? Alright. Grab the Polaroid. Guppy? These are not Guppy, but they are beautiful. I started Yakuza 0. Switched to Like a Dragon, but was having fun. Yakuza 0 is really good. There's just... It's a lot. I did not want health up. I totally didn't want that. Eventually, like, towards the end, I just kind of started ignoring, like, side content to just get through it. But I definitely enjoyed it an awful lot. And I love the Osaka parts. They're not particularly... It's weird, because aside from the directions on the map, like the compass directions, the Osaka parts are pretty faithful to the Dotonbori area, but they're not faithful to the time period at all. It's like parts of it are, parts of it work, but others are more modern day. So it's kind of a weird hodgepodge. But I did love being able to run around, like, basically my neighborhood. Oh, fuck. Oh no, we've got placenta. That means we're gonna regenerate. I have to get rid of this heart. But I can't, because it's an XL floor. Curse you, game! We're gonna lose our damage bonus, and then I'm gonna be sad. I still listen to the final boss theme of Yakuza 0 every now and then. It's so goo. I know you meant good Chronos, but I like the idea that it's goo. That pleases me for some reason. Now, do we do a couple of extra rooms to see if we can maybe get a red chest to spawn? And either teleport to the deal with the devil, or get a guppy item? It's funny, whenever I see Dotonbori screenshots nowadays, I just think of all the times I throw thugs off the bridge as Majima. I mean, fair. That seems like an appropriate usage of Dotonbori. Now, since Claire has just started the Yakuza playthrough, the Yakuza 0 playthrough, let's have a care about any spoilers if we discuss the game. Although I don't think we spoiled anything as of yet, but just kind of as a heads up in the future. Unless spoilers are okay, Claire, in which case we feel free to spoil away, I suppose. Come on, deal with the devil! Nice! Guppy. These are not, none of these, this is not Guppy. And you didn't even let me throw away my heart. Satan. Satan. And there goes our wob bonus, and now I'm sad. No wob. Wah wah. Alright, this is the last room I'm going to do on this floor. Hopefully we'll get a red chest. We did not. Let's get out of here. I want the plague to be over so I can go hang out in Dotonbori again. And see my friends. Go to the bar. Small tip for Yakuza 0. Taunting your foe when they're down is an alternative for gaining heat without accidentally using heat action. That's cool. Also, I did not know that thing. Unless you told me and I just forgot about it. Which is not unlikely, if we're going to be perfectly honest. Oh, I see the issue. Okay. So you might, in stomping on them, you might accidentally trigger the heat burst activation. I should do like another personal playthrough of Yakuza 0. But then I think of like all the stuff you have to do just to do the story, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe not. Possibly skip that one. I know I'm leaving the Emperor card behind, but frankly I'd rather do the rooms. Just to see if we might not be able to get a guppy. Because that would please me. Just one guppy, for old time's sake. Asking for a friend. Would Michael Corleone not give Tessio a guppy? Probably not. Mike Corleone was kind of a douche. But Tessio also betrayed the family, so, you know, like, it's basically lose-lose. Other than that, don't be afraid to be creative in combat. There's a lot of conditions for heat actions, and if I recall correctly, not spamming the same heat action deals more damage. Oh. Also, if anybody does want to play Yakuza, I'm coming across a ton of possible CWs. I think there's a good chance that everybody here has played Yakuza. Or at least Yakuza 0. But yeah, are a lot of problematic elements in the Yakuza series overall. Absolutely in Yakuza 0. I've never played a Yakuza game, but I've given a bunch of them away. They're interesting. Kiryu is like the worst Yakuza ever. Like he's really bad at being Yakuza, which means he's like a really good protagonist character, but like he doesn't seem to really get the Yakuza ethos. It's kind of got to be a running gag on the stream. That's fair, Claire. Zog, there are, I think, 9 Yakuza games? Let me think. You've got 0 through 6. So there's 7 games right there. You've got Like a Dragon, which is the new one, which is technically Yakuza 7, I think. So now we're up to 8. You've got Yakuza The End, which was a survival horror, zombies take over the world, but also in the world of the Yakuza series, so you've got all the Yakuza characters in there. And there was also a, I want to say Warring States period, like feudal Japan setting for Yakuza. There's a lot of them. I think Judge Eyes is in the Yakuza world. I don't know if I would count it. I mean, I'm not a stickler for these things, but I don't know if it counts as a kind of like a main line Yakuza series or Yakuza game. In the same way, I suppose, like the zombie game's not really in the main series, although it does have the title. You can play Mahjong in it. There's like a lot of stuff that you can do in it. There's like a ton of side content, which is one of the selling points. For me, it's a little bit too much. Although very little of the side content is really necessary to progress the story along. It's actually like, as far as visual presentation, it's one of my favorite presentations of Japan because it feels very right. Like, it feels like the places that I've been, which for me is really cool. Especially the ones that take place in, or have sections in Osaka. It is, like, if you look at the base mechanics, it's kind of a beat-em-up type of game. Not side-scrolling, but like that same just kind of button mash and beat the heck out of people. Although there is a little bit more nuance to it than that. Yeah, but there's a lot to do in the world. And that can be cool if that's kind of your jam. I don't think we did hardly any of the, like, we did side missions, but I don't think we did any of the like minigame type stuff, really. Like, I know there's an RC racing minigame that you can build up your car and you can race kids. So you're this like you're a Chimbira, you're a Yakuza thug, and you're at the RC racetrack, just crushing these kids' hopes and dreams with your awesome RC car. We also didn't do like the cabaret club stuff or the real estate stuff because that was just, like, it was too much for me. Please run. I think you've shown us everything you have to offer, so I'm more than ready to just kill Blue Baby now. If we could do that, that would be cool. It's Scorpio. I don't mind Poison Tears, but really, like, if you're gonna do Poison Tears, it's gotta be Serpent's Kiss. That's really the only one that's worth a Tinker's Dam. I mean, why would you just want to poison an enemy when you could poison the enemy, have them die, and then get a black heart from it? Rubber Cement, I love you. Like, honestly, that's not even a joke. Alright, let's bring it home. Let's bring it home. You are so screwed, Almbo. I'm just gonna tank you. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna tank you here. How you like me now, motherfucker? This is such a bad idea. No, like... Fuck it, we'll do it. I really don't think that we've got the chops to beat Deli-chan, but, you know, we'll give it a shot. We'll try. It does make me kind of think that maybe I shouldn't have tried to tank that damage, but... Oh, yeah, okay, you get those, Almbo. And by Almbo, I mean Bumbo. Completely different. Hopefully we'll find Deli-chan relatively quickly. Because I don't necessarily want to spend forever in the void. Just because it does kind of get boring after a while. The void is too darn big. Magician. I like it. I'm a giant fan. I don't think all magicians are evil, just many magicians. Gish. Who wants Gish? Not I, said the squirrel. This squirrel does not need Gish. Yay. Almbo's only friend. Certainly best item in world. By which I mean not at all, but you know, it could dream. Could you, stand up? Just stand up, thank you. Maybe we could get one more fly item and become Delirium, or become Beelzebub. That's almost as good as becoming Guppy. And by almost, I mean not at all, but, you know. Yee. One more fly item. That's all we need. We just need one more fly baby. And then we're on our way to becoming the Lady of the Flies. Lady of the Flies. Lady of the Weeping Wire. I do not want health up. That is a false item. Yosh! Let's do it! Let's get it on! Wow. Look at all the damage you're not taking, you asshole. I'm just saying. I'm only saying. You could be taking damage, and you choose not to. I hate the Ambo fight. Or not the Ambo fight, the Deli-chan fight. Ow! I really want Ring Fit. I need to get a job. Will the Ring Fit help you get the job, or will the job help you get the Ring Fit, Zog? Because, like, if you only need the Ring Fit, or if you only need the job for the Ring Fit, it just seems like a bad trade-off. Stop taking damage, Risco, please. It's such a little ask. The job will help me get money, and the money will help me get Ring Fit. Alright, but, you know... It's not the path I would take. Blar! Oh my god, Angry Fly? Angry Fly is actually bringing the damage? Crosses, I'm seeing so many tweets about the Hololive Fest. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. What path would I take? I was gonna say something funny and snarky about theft, but honestly, I wouldn't suggest that either. Find somebody with a Joe Pesci accent who's got a Ring Fit that fell off a truck. Nah, you're doing the responsible thing, Zog. Working, saving money, getting the thing that you want. It's definitely very respectable, and I mean that sincerely. And I hope that you find said job, and I hope that you are able to snag yourself a Ring Fit. All right, well, we had a pretty decent win-loss ratio this go about. More than half were wins. My uncle's a real fell off a truck guy. I think everybody's got it, like, at least one uncle like that. Where'd you get that TV? Oh, it fell off a truck. I mean, it's not like I don't have the $80, but I don't want to spend without income. Like, Zog, that's smart. That's honestly really smart. And if that's the way that you're looking at your finances now, when you're young, that's like a pretty good habit to get into. So definitely props to that, and props to you. All right, I want to take a look at the calendar for a second. See, today's the 22nd. So we've got one last week of streams before the new year. Yes. 28th and 29th. I know at least one of those days we'll do Risk of Rain 2. And I'm not sure what we'll do for the other one. Because we have done a lot of Isaac recently. Might be nice to try Gungeon. But that's still a bit of a question mark. As far as this Sunday will be Dreams? Is that right? Dreams this Sunday? I think so. And then starting January 4th, we'll be doing the Control streams, and we'll see how long those last us. I had a really nice night tonight, folks. It was great hanging out with y'all. It was very, very chill, very relaxing. I'm sorry about the podcast mode. Just kind of happens that way sometimes, but we did get some serial discourse, and serial discourse is always very nice. Panda, please be safe in your travels. To the extent that you can kind of do the social distancing and everything, I know it's going to be a little bit tough, but just as safe as you can. And to all of you, please be taking care of yourselves, both physically and emotionally. The year's not over yet, but we are close, and we've somehow mostly come out the other side of a, let's be honest, a pretty fucked up year. So let's make sure that we actually make it to the next one. But that does it for me this go about. So for me, Risco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.